Good morning, everyone. It is really early here and a quiet house. That doesn't mean things aren't going to start happening. We definitely have a lot of glare. I have to use my overhead light at this point, which is yellow. At some point in time, we're going to be able to change that and get that a true white color because I'm not into this whole dingy yellow look. So it is that time. And it's taken a while. I did get these rather quickly from Sterling Ink. It's just taken me a while to be able to have time to sit down with you and go over them. And it has not been easy, only in the fact that I've been wanting to tear into all of this and show Steve what he got. And there hasn't been time, as I've said, 4 times now? So, getting into it now. What did I order? We went ahead and decided on some dailies. Let's see. Yep, that's a daily. And then we both were excited for the hardbound full, complete planners for 2026. Also, I have shown you that I have my plotters, which I'm still deciding if I'm going to stick with those to do this. But I did get her inserts as well and received this beautiful postcard with my purchase, which I'm going to wind up having to do something with that. We did get covers, and I did go ahead and get one of her kits while supplies lasted. So the kit was no longer available because that did sell out within the first hour. And yes, I made our order within the first 5 minutes. I had to. So let's dive into this a little bit more. Okay, so what I have gone ahead and done is I pulled up my account, and this is my order. It's only missing one thing. I'll tell you what it is in a moment, but this is my order. And I'm showing you this because unless something happens like last year where my work planner went swimming in a cup of coffee, what we purchase for our planners, and that is our year's purchase. So the very first thing that I did purchase was the 2026 Common Planner Bundle in the A5 Vertical Full Year Common Planner. Now, the bundles, she only offered 2 different types. It was either an A5 Vertical or it was a traveler's size or N1. And I believe that one was a horizontal. So what came in the bundle? Let me shift things, because I know right off the bat it's going to be these. But let me see. That's a daily. When these all came in, I literally, there it is, put them on that shelf so that I didn't dig into them. So they're all just how I got them. So first off, I did show you the postcard. I also received this envelope. And this one is the September. This was ordered in September. This was launched in September. So I'm not surprised at the freebies from September, as well as the business card. And there is the QR code. If you would like to take a look at these, again, the bundle is no longer available, but I have no doubt you can get the pieces that were in the bundle, because she does sell all of these separately. The reason I went for the bundle is I actually have not purchased other items separately of hers in the next year. When she as in Catherine, the owner, decides to go through and purge 2025 sales and everything goes on discount, I may go back and get more. So what came with this bundle? This bundle has, sorry, let me get this as close as possible so you can see without too much glare. There it is. This is a tab sheet. So you can see it has all of the months, but it also has month, week, daily, miscellaneous tracker, and notes. So that one, that's new to her, at least new to me, that's of hers. So these are the tabs from that she put in here, and they're the extra decorative tabs that are in the deluxe kit. And these did come from different months throughout 2025. And that's fine with me because I use these tabs a lot. And I'm sorry, I keep going over to the side here. I'm trying to avoid the glare from the light above, and I apologize for that. So those are from 3 different months within the year. And then I have this beautiful die cut. And then I have a sticker sheet of decorative items of flowers and everything, also from earlier in the year. And then this is a decorative washi sheet that matches it. So why I call it washi sheet is here is a length of washi. And then this would be, say, an edge. And then these are just little guys that are in between. So that is also matching the previous. And then she has stamps and frames from that set as well. Also, the days of the week from that set. And then one of the main reasons I was going for it is to get the dates, because I'm of other reasons. I'll let you know. I'm not going to go into it now. Also, there's a Post-it note. I'm not the biggest fan for Post-it notes, but thought I'd give hers a go. But the massive thing that I wanted, and it's so silly, but I wanted to try her to-do list. Yeah, I know it's silly, but I wanted to try her to-do list. And I felt that the rest of it was just icing on the cake, you know? So this is 50 sheets. Now, I do have the to-do list for Plotter, but I wanted to try hers as well. There's no holes on it or anything, so I don't have to have it in my planner. The other thing is that I could slide it into a pocket of my planner. So that's that. The last item within that bundle, other than the planner that you received, was her favorite Tombow markers, which is 757 228 026 772, and the last one is 992. And the funny thing is, these are the colors I use myself on a regular basis, and a lot. This color I actually received from my grandmother after her passing. This was a color within her set, and I went ahead and grabbed that one. And it sounds like Toby's up. So there's those markers, and then the planner. Now, I have not, being the fact that I have had very little time to be doing this, which is what I would like to have done earlier. I am trying to get that. There we go, locked. Okay, I haven't seen any videos of anybody else's reviews. So this is literally my first time seeing, holding, touching everything. So bear with me as I oogle and ogle because this is gorgeous. I don't know if that is part of a design for 2026 because I don't recognize it from 2025. But that doesn't mean I didn't miss it. So beautiful. Why did I grab an A5 instead of the N1, which you all know I love the N1? The reason for that, let me clarify, I guess you could say, is I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy doing all of my scheduling and memory keeping and everything in my other planner. So I went ahead and got this one, especially since I went ahead and especially since I wanted to get the set. And since I was thinking about it for memory keeping, doing an N1 would not work. It would be too small. If it was just maybe for work or for doing my Bible studies, that would be fine. Which it wasn't until recent that Catherine came out with a 5-year for starting this year, which is also hardbound. I'm probably going to be getting that one because I want to use that one as my Bible reading, Bible study book. So I'm going to clear up what I have here so that I have a little bit more room, set up the stand a little bit differently, but we're going to get into the other ones. This one is the A5 Daily Full Year 2026 Daily Planner. This is my first time and Steve's first time doing a daily planner for our everyday uses. All right, so a few more changes. Sorry about all the flip-flopping, everybody. I'm just trying to get this so that it records nicely for you, and I'm not making too much noise. So I went ahead and grabbed my book and opened it up to September, and it was the end of August, beginning of September. Beginning of September was when the orders were going, and we made our lists in preparation for me and for Steve. That being said, my plan was to use my new plotter and rings, which are here, and then either a B5 or A5 for memory keeping, a B6 or N1 for health workout, and then the probably the smaller plotter for, which is considered the Bible size, for doing my Bible study. Now that the 5-year one is out, I'm probably going to be changing that, but I've got to play with everything to find out. And then Steve decided for work he is going to go digital, and then for his reading log, he wants for him to be making notes and keeping track of his words. And I said reading, it's writing actually. He wanted either a B5 or an A5, and then ultimately decided on A5. And then for his workout and health, an A5. And as I stated earlier, this is a daily planner. So this is definitely going to be one that is going to be it's probably going to be Steve's health planner. And a daily planner, this is the difference. If you haven't seen Catherine's videos, please definitely go see them. All of her planners have the same build. They just have a few extra differences that separate them. So we start off with the month or the year in review, and then blank sheets, the planner tracker for the year, and then individual by quarter trackers on either page. And then we go straight into December. and then each of the months. And this will go through. Funny thing is, I do wind up using my planner through December, even though I don't want to. But the monthly aspect of it will go through to January in case you need to plan ahead for anything, and then you can transfer that over to the new planner that you choose. And then we go directly into the months. So, I'm sorry, into the days. So this is what's different about the daily planner. You only have the months. You have all the same beginnings, except there is no weekly whatsoever in here. And each page is set up for each day of the month. And then in between, you will have a landmark page, and then it'll start. And then here in the back, you will have a few pages in here that you can add on if you need to take notes or anything. And I'm planning on doing something similar. So for me, doing the 34 pages back here can be my exercise plan. As I come up with a plan, I can put that in, and I will always have the notes back here with it. The other thing I can do is, if I don't want to do it there, is the very first landing page for, like this is April. Because of how this landed, I have 3. Some of them will have 1, some will have 2, but I have 3 pages. So I have a note page between March, the end of March and the beginning of April. So I can do any planning updates in here, and then do the exercise plan or the meal plan, calories, whatever like that I'm planning for that month. So this one is Steve's, as I stated. And let me set that one aside. I know we got planner covers. I don't know if we got planner covers for each of the daily planners. Nope, that's not a daily. And that one's not a daily. Put that down. I think this one might be a regular. Let's see. Full year, A5 full year. So yes, I did get covers for each of them. So I'll put that on later. Next one. And this one again is a daily full year planner. Now it's up to you. I have gone back and forth. I will put these designs, these cards, as my, and on the front, like I do here. This is my painting. Or I will use them as a blotting card. And let me see if I can find the one that I have in here. Yep. I also use it as a blotting card. So it's completely up to you on how you want to use it. You can also frame it if it's something that you're really interested in. Use it for inspiration, anything like that. So this one's mine. And it is the same. It is the daily planner. I did get this one in white, and I believe, let me make sure, Steve's is in white, yes. So it's exactly the same thing. And a lot of people will mention, does it lay flat? We'll ask. It may need a little coercion, but yes. Yes. And this is still laying flat on top of books. So yes. So I already shared with you what I wanted to do with my daily planner. And that is going to be for working out. So there's that one. And then the next one, which I cannot wait to get into, because we did get different colors, even though they're going to look the same. One is charcoal, And the other one is as well, but the different colors is mine is going to be gold, where Steve's is going to be white. And it looks like we may have gotten the same cards for each. I did get, yep, we got the same cards. I did get the covers for those. This past year, I have learned that just because I like a specific, I used to like, how do I want to say that? Got to say it nicely. Just because I enjoyed using a product from somebody before doesn't mean that I'm going to enjoy it now. And I'm going to state an example. I'm not going to tell you who I got it from. This cover did not come from Sterling Ink. And I will not make that mistake again. All of them are being cut into. Thank goodness Sterling Ink's products are quality. Otherwise, that would have ripped through a long time ago. They do not, even though you're told, oh, heat it up, it'll stretch. No, the moment they cool down, they go right back to the original shape. So if you're questioning the clear covers, if you bought Sterling Ink, get Sterling Ink's clear cover because they actually fit the book. So these covers are set up for the hardbound books because they have a elastic band. And let me see if I can get, there we go. Just need a little coercion. And so it will fit in this opening so that you have it covered, but you still have access to the band. The band would fit in here, and I will show you how I do that. But first off, let me open my book. I'll let Steve open his. Have you guys, while I open this, have you made a decision on your planners? Or do you wait until 2026 comes and then you make your decision? I have to do everything ahead of time. First thing is first, I'm going to mention to you is these covers are going to be tight. There's nothing that you can do to get around that. And though this is a hardbound book, it is still going to be able to get on this book without issue. Now I do see that the band is going the wrong direction. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Now I can finish. And a lot of times what you are seeing, if this is tight, it's tight because of how the plastic has actually been folded for packaging. So it just needs a little bit of coercion to be able to finish out. So the book. Again, this is the gold pages. I normally don't go for the gold pages only in the fact that it's too Bible-esque. And this is not my Bible. But I guess you could say it's my memory keeping, so maybe it's my brain Bible. I don't know. But as with the other one, we start with the year at a glance, blank pages or note pages, this is a goal breakdown, which is different from the monthly planner or the daily planner. So you're able to do your goal breakdown, and that could be for life, for work, anything like that. And then we have the yearly tracker all in one place. And then instead of just having these, we have the quarter tracker and then the quarter note page. I call it the note page. You can have it for anything else, but we have priorities, and this could be for your lists, anything that you need for over here, incentives. Are you a gardener and you want to keep track of what plants you planted when you need to water them, things like that. So you will have that for each quarter. And then we will go into December and just the same, and that's only in the monthlies. You will have through to January of 2027. And then we will go into a blank and then into the weeks. So this will be the starting of the last few days of December into January. And then from the weeks, which this is something that she has differently. Previously, it would be all of the weeks in one place, all of the months in one place, and all blank pages for the dailies. And now what we have is we go from this week into each day of that week, and that's how this is going to go. Now, each month and each week will start differently depending on how they landed. So this is going to be completely new for me. I am used to the quote-unquote Hobonichi style that she did start with her originals. I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and get those already if that is what you are looking for also. So we've got about less than 20 pages of notes. So this is going to be new for me. This is going to be interesting because instead of having the bulk of my memory keeping in the back and keeping my weeklies separate, it's all going to be filling up as I go. So that's going to be a new one for me. I will get the cover on Steve's once his opens. Oh, and by the way, I did forget to mention, not only do we have a band, but we also have a pocket back here and the pen holder. Now, I've mentioned a few times that I have the plotter. Yes, I said that way purposely. I'm hoping I'm keeping all of this in view. I apologize at any point in time if I have gone out of camera. I had to lift the camera up higher because it was giving me a fisheye look while I was recording. So apologies again if I went off at all. So what we're going to do right now is get into the extras that I did purchase and trying to figure out what I want to do with those. So this is the Bible size plotter, which I purchased at the DC Pen Show. And then I also purchased the A5 plotter. These we're going to make a decision and get set up so that you know what I'm talking about. In here, this is an Erin Condren. If you are new to me, even if you've been with me a while and didn't know this, I first started off like everybody with Happy Planner and did not like them because for me, I was in and out of them constantly and they just fell apart. They did not hold enough and they fell apart. So I went to Erin Condren, and the frustration there is, yes, it's the size of a Happy Planner, but they have, most of theirs are spiraled. And to get what I wanted, I had to get 2 different planners, undo the spiral, put it back together, get a larger spiral, and then spiral it back up. And that was annoying. And I did that for 3 years until I saw Helen and started with Hobonichi, and then from there on to Sterling ink. There's the whole crux right there. So this is an Erin Condren cover. Now, I know that there are a lot of other covers out there, but right now this is what I have here. And I've been using it for doing some, holding on to some memory keeping from books that fell apart. I don't know if I want to use this one because of little things like this is annoying to me. Sorry, it may not annoy you, but it is annoying to me. But this is an A5. And actually, these are called flex layouts or daily planner inserts. And you either get an A5 or a personal. So these are A5. And these are personal. For plotter, it would be A5 and Bible. I think it would be really wonderful if any of them would come up with a traveler's notebook size that has rings as well. If you know of one, put it down below. Let me know, please, because yeah, would love that. Even a week's size, because this is not a week's size, week's size. So yeah, if you guys let me know in the comments below, please. So I pulled this out just in case I might want to use it, but there are other companies out there, and this is fake. This is, I love my leather, but that's plastic, and yeah, I love my leather. So we're going to start here. In my personal or Bible size, since I really do think I'm going to go ahead and purchase the 5-year, I do want to use this one, I think, to track. Let me think. All right, this is my thought process on it. I wanted to use this to track meal planning, or my calories, everything like that, my weight and all. So each of her layouts have a very stiff front card so that you can use it as a divider, and I will be doing that. So that's going in. Now, I don't really need a year in review, but I'm going to put that in anyhow. And in the notes area here, I am going to use that to be able to put in what calories I do want to have at hand, so that I have the calories, the carbs, the protein, and anything else that Steve wants me to keep track of. Next is the yearly tracker, which I would like to use that for putting in my weight. And then we have the quarterlies, just the same as in the others. I have not quite decided on what I want to do for the quarterlies, but I do know that what I would like to do is I would like to do 1 month at a time. But since these are back to back, I don't know that that is going to be feasible. Plotters only hold 80 pages. So what might wind up happening is I hold on to maybe a few months, and then I will do a week at a time, something like that. And then each of these will, as I bring them out, they will go into a holder to keep them. So this is the daily. And let's take a look at how many. It's only going to be, of course, a few pages. That's notes. All right, so here's the 31 pages. Now, these will not get decorated. I know that's not much of an incentive, but my plan is not to be decorating them. It is to be tracking and doing what I need to be doing for each month. And that is beautiful. So now what I can do is take their marker, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and put that in. So I still have everything right here for notes and all, and these may still be held on to. I have not decided. I'm waiting for Plotter to restock their insert storage. I did get one of their insert storages. This is the weeks side, and this is how it would store in. And you would be able to get quite a bit in here. So it's, again, very substantial. And I'm waiting for Plotter to get that back in stock so that I can have that available. So next, is this one. And this one is definitely going to be for work. So this time, instead of just getting the monthly and the daily, I also purchased the weeks. I do also have a divider in here. I know that there are alternatives for a storage. I even looked at Franklin Covey, and theirs aren't in stock either. And I don't so much want to have a folio, but I may have to go to that aspect. Again, nice thick cardboard for the beginning. And if I want to, I could take one of the cards, hole punch them, put them in also as dividers. But I'm good with this, and I can decorate that however I want. So the monthly, I'm going to go ahead and put all of those in, and it's going to be here where a lot of stuff is going to have to change. So within the weekly, I am going to need to pull out only first week of January. What I'm thinking is doing the same here over in the daily. I'm going to grab the daily board, and then she's going to start with January 1st. So I am going to grab January 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and 4. 5 is going to automatically be on the back, of course. And there is a note page right here in the front, and I've got before January starts. So that's all set up, and let's see how thick this is. Seeing that, I can actually add more, and I may even be able to get all of January in there. So that is my Sterling ink set up. I am excited to have everything and excited for the new year. Not that I want to hurry things along, but I'm excited in the fact that so much new is happening, and I cannot wait to get into all of my new books and clean, neat, crisp planners. So as time goes, I will share those with you. And for right now, I'll leave you here.